Hi everyone, Mr. Simmer here. So welcome back to Real Economy Trucking Euro Style. Going to try to take this honey from Haifa to En Gedi. Looks like we're staying in Israel here. So we'll see if we can get to it. We've only got 40 minutes to get to Gefco, but I think things are pretty compact here. Actually, we're right here at Gefco, so even better. So I just need to get here to the dispatcher, and should be good. All right. So we're going to take that job.
Time to hit the road.
And second trailer in, it looks like. So we'll back up. We'll go get this, and we will be on our way. So it looks like in some cases there's a little bit of a challenge in just where they have roads. So there was a job going back up north, but we would have had to have looped around so many different ways. Like it would have been a U shape and been substantially longer to get anywhere, which doesn't really help. Alright, so we have 228 kilometers. Let's just be careful there. Alright, we're here in the boat leaving. Not sure which way it's going to want us to go. We'll take a look at the map. A little tricky to see, but yeah, it looks like we need to turn right. Good news is we don't have a need to rest, so that's kind of what I was thinking, but not speaking very well. But we should get some daylight here, because yeah, we've got 9 hours and 28 minutes to deliver. So probably after this load, it's going to take about 3 hours, 3 hours, 9 minutes, it tells me. But we might need to rest before the next job would probably be the smart thing. Plus at that point, we're going to be coming up on 200 hours, so it's going to be, or 2000 hours. And that's going to then be getting kind of dark, so it'd be nice to try to do what we can to drive during the day so that we can see stuff. Oh, this is a man dealer. I was thinking it was going to be a recruitment agency, but no. Alright, just making sure. Yes, alright. Because again, some of these, I think Euro Truck's a little bit better. It was more the problem with all the map add-ons in American Truck Simulator that it would give me the wrong GPS directions. It would tell me to go straight at an exit, and then as soon as I pass the exit, it's suddenly like recalculating. It's like, what? But anyway, so we're gonna slow down to 50 here, maybe because it's a roundabout.
Take the first exit.
So I will say the one thing I definitely have noticed with Israel here is it's definitely very lush, a lot more fertile than I would have expected given the other areas of the Middle East that I've seen. Of course, that may also be why it's land that's highly desired as well, although I think some of the conflict that happens in the region with all of its neighbors is more a difference of religious beliefs than it is, hey, we really want your land. I think they just don't want, what they'd consider infidels in their area. And again, I won't even begin to pretend I understand all the ins and outs of that, because I don't. But certainly the surprise to me of the physical landscape is just the amount of farms and trees and so forth that seem to exist here. Alright, so we are capped out at our max of 90 kilometers. we'll see how this goes. I really don't have a plan or a goal specifically. Like, do I just hang out in this area and just kind of keep running a bunch of jobs here? I mean, right now there's nothing that's stopping me from doing that. Where, again, in American Truck Simulator, while Mexico was pretty and all, it was just very challenging to get around. But it seems the road network here is actually quite good. I mean, obviously we've got what I would consider a very Western-style expressway here that obviously is going to help us chew up the distance pretty quickly for whatever amount we get to stay on it. So Herzliya, like, other than like Tel Aviv and Haifa and things like that, I'm not sure I know a lot of Israeli cities. So certainly like the one we're heading to, Ein Gedi, which I assume is its name. Not one I've ever heard, but there's also a lot of cities here. So the modders that, well, obviously I've heard of Jerusalem as well, but the modders that have done the work here in this area obviously put a lot into it, because there's a lot of cities packed in here, that's for sure.
Keep left.
Alright, so obviously we're just continuing on. It's just at some point I know we start heading to the east a little bit. Looks like we've got the airport in this area here. We did see planes flying in earlier, so makes sense. Alright, a little bit of a tunnel. I'm assuming maybe there's a pass over there for the planes, but maybe it's just a roadway. Although this is pretty large, so I'm guessing it might kind of be part of the airport to maybe get to another runway on the other side of the road. Not sure. Well, we're gonna have to do something here, but we could obviously just kind of continue straight on. Actually, yeah, it's not even an exit, it's just really looping around and then joining this other major artery here.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah. Now, I will say it is interesting because, you know, the U.S. hasn't really adopted these blue signs, but the rest of the world seems to have done so. So I just don't know why they're blue, we're green. So it is intriguing from that regard. Alright, interesting, because I was here, Jerusalem in the hills and whatever. Now I understand if this is a realistic depiction here. Just suddenly rising out of there. Alright, so are we exiting right away here? I guess. Jerusalem, Dead Sea. Okay. Well, it didn't give me a... It didn't yell at me, so I'm assuming I'm going where I need to here. I don't think I crossed any kind of border, but it looks like we're hitting some sort of a customs checkpoint, which is interesting. Or maybe En Gedi is in some other country. I thought they were both in Israel. But maybe we need to cross into some other country to get there. I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm not understanding. Maybe maybe it's just, oh, I see, it's just an inspection type station. Okay, so we're in the West Bank now. Again, we've heard of that, definitely. Lots of conflict and so forth. But we are headed southeast according to this. So I'm going to slow down a little bit because it's right now only 80, not 90. Alright, Bethlehem is nearby, but yeah, this definitely is much more mountainous. Alright, so we are maxed out there. Sea level. Interesting. Not quite sure what that means, but obviously it means something. I mean, I'm assuming it means we're at sea level, but why they have it kind of in the middle there. Alright, Jericho. Another familiar name from the Bible and so forth, so... yeah, doesn't seem very far apart via vehicle, but keep in mind we're also like covering a kilometer every second or two.
Go straight on.
So, okay, so now that's negative 300 meters, so theoretically we're below sea level. Like if the water ever, I guess, crests over something, it would just fill this as a basin.
Turn right.
Alright, so we're gonna go right. Okay, and there's Ein Gadi. Let me just, I don't see anything coming. Alright, we're headed to the Dead Sea. I don't know if that is what is over to the left right there or not. So if I remember my geography correctly, the Dead Sea is that way because it's highly salty, got a high level of salinity, and so nothing really effectively lives in there. But I'm not sure if I'm getting that right. But yeah, now this has become much less fertile over here. So in theory, we're 35 kilometers away, so just right around that turn where that truck is vanishing, I'm sure we'll be really close, and maybe we'll already start seeing where our delivery point is. I thought I saw a little smoke, but I think that's just the way a cloud is looking. So I'm not sure if this opens up onto something, or this is just all the Dead Sea and, you know, a lot larger. It just expands out or whatever, but yeah, this is pretty big. Alright, so another inspection station, no gates, so we'll just head on through. So now I guess instead of being in the West Bank, we're now back in Israel. And we can see the town does not, well, it could be bigger. I guess there are roads going out, so before I say the town's not very big. Alright, so there's rest spots there. There's also one right nearby, but definitely since the sun is setting,
Get ready to turn right.
and we're down to 3 hours before I need to rest, certainly doesn't make sense to try to pick up a job.
Turn right.
Alright, straight ahead, we're going to DHL, but then we'll be empty and we can,
Here we are. Safe and sound.
you know, go ahead and park and get into the hotel after this. And we're kind of at the point again, if I can find something shorter. Alright, I don't think there's enough room, yeah, there is not, to straighten out, so we're going to kind of turn around here and then try to get in. So let's see. Not sure how much I want to turn it. It's almost too much, so let's straighten this out. That is, okay, that's, I can't imagine that's a door all the way to the top, so it's almost like they're just having us place it kind of in a storage space. I mean, we're delivering, it's honey, so it's not like it can't sit around, so maybe they're like, yeah, we'll just leave it on the trailer and go from there. But yeah, if I can find another short job, this hasn't been too bad with time, so let's see what we can find. Actually, before I see what we can find, let's go rest. Silly me. But yeah, I did look, by the way, and they're just jobs that would leave this area. I'd have to go to Cyprus or Turkey, and obviously I'd prefer to not do that. I suppose I can get back in the tractor. So Looks like, yeah, if I head over here, so we could get in here with a trailer, so it's nicely set up that way. Alright, so 6 in the morning. Now let's look.
Ready to roll.
Alright, so there is nothing in the area. We had gone to Amman, Jordan, right across the border. So I'm going to head in that direction, and we'll get a job there next time. But this is likely going to take me most of the time. It's possible if we get there. It's telling me 4 minutes in real time. If we really get there that fast, maybe we can take a really short local job. So I guess let's not preclude that, because I know we're only probably about 20 minutes in here right now. But it's telling me it's going to take me a couple hours to get there, which should still be okay. It should be beware sinkholes ahead. Well, that sounds pleasant. But yeah, somewhere up here we are going to, let's see, alright, it's at 85, but somewhere up here there should be a way to get to the right. I mean, we've got 76 kilometers, so maybe we just get past the end of the sea here and then go over. But yeah, beware sinkholes area ahead. Interesting. But I know when I looked at Amman at the jobs that were there were some that were just like 32 kilometers or something, so I could really take something that's super local and work some of those, and maybe that might make more sense. Just sit around and be a local trucker for a little bit and do 4 or 5 loads in an episode next time. See how things feel and how things are laying out. Alright, but yeah, it looks like once we get there past the entrance to Jericho, we can go over to the right.
Go straight on.
And then hit, oops, we're gonna have a camera or something flag us down. We'll be in big trouble, so let's slow down. But we gotta turn here anyway. So, King Hussein Bridge border crossing. So again, they have a king versus Israel having a prime minister. But a new area, as far as a new road, we've not gotten to. But, you know, I don't want to take a job and then, like, leave the area, because I think, again, I would have just simply gone immediately on the ferry and then left, so it wouldn't have been a super long job. I suppose I could have then just hopped back, and maybe that's becomes the reality of what we need to do, is we need to run off to Cyprus, deliver something, then come back from Cyprus and get back on the main continent here. Not sure, but alright, that's the Jordan River. And there, we are back. Well, we will be back in Jordan once we get let through Border Patrol. But just 40 kilometers to kind of the outskirts of Amman is where I had set my GPS, just to get me in the right location. But we might be there before 8 a.m. You know, it's Friday, so hopefully there's a good amount of deliveries. I don't know that the game adjusts for, like, hey, weekends, maybe there's not a lot of shipping, but maybe there is a lot of shipping on weekends. I've not worked directly for a trucking company, so maybe there's tons of loads to pick up on the weekend too. It's not just during working days, but given that most factories and things,
turn left,
at least on Sunday, don't tend to be open, just not sure. Alright, so we still have a ways, so let's get closer before we try to find a job. Because if you're game, I'm certainly game. If I find something short, I think we can still, again, I try to keep it 30 to 60 minutes. I know we've got plenty of space to get to 60 minutes. And yeah, at least I'll be able to climb this pretty quickly. So in theory, I can go 90 here. We'll see how safe I feel. Because this, frankly, is pretty fast for what looks like a hairpin turn coming up here, but maybe it's not as tight as it appears. But I'm going to slow down a bit because there's not a lot of room when you're passing a truck like that. Made me a little nervous. I was worried I was going to get pinned or something, and the problem is you hit something and you'll go flying moving that fast. So alright, so now I think we're at a good point where we can take a peek. So let's take a quick look at the job map here. So what I want to see, so we've got IKEA, Warburgers, Arabian food, because basically I don't want Gruba and Carrefour, and it may not even give me that, but I don't want Carrefour, Arcesi, Bandul, or Nordic Mining. If I can find jobs for any of these other places. Where was Surma? Interesting. I don't even see a Surma. I see Carrefour. So you can see my confusion. Oh, never mind. I think I haven't clicked yet. There we go. Okay, so IKEA, and this is what I mean. There's some pretty short ones here. So IKEA's right there. I'm liking this just because it's high value, but it's only 8 minutes. There's no way. I don't think I can make that. I know it's right there, but Vinci's right there. IKEA's down there if I can't make it. So I'm going to take that, or try to take it. And then if I don't make it, I will...
Okay, here we go.
I'll just go ahead and do something different. I'll go down to IKEA and we'll grab that one job. But yeah, this time is ticking really fast, so I don't think there's a way to do it. Yeah, I think we've... Oh, great. We've pretty much already lost it, I'm pretty sure. Let me look. 2 minutes, unless it really slows down here. I mean, I am
left,
there,
and
but...
then turn left.
So 33... We gotta make
Turn
this
left.
light. 34... And if it clicks to 35, we have lost it.
Turn left.
I am really
It was a nice ride.
pushing this. Did we make it? Oh my goodness, we did.
Drive safe.
Alright, well, a little crazy driving in the Middle East. Maybe that's what we need to do here to get work sometimes. So, Vinci Construction. I wonder if that's like a nod to Da Vinci, or just someone happens to be named Vinci is probably more likely. And, maybe they have some long collection. I saw there was some pipe or something down there. I think we ran over that hose, but... So, probably not the best thing. Hopefully we didn't damage anything. They're gonna, like, charge me a fee. I already got... Now, if I wasn't speeding, though, I wouldn't have been able to get this. Alright, so this is telling me 5 minutes. If I can do this in 5 minutes, this will be great. So, which way?
Turn right.
Alright. Now again, it's a heavy piece of machinery here,
Keep
so...
right, and then turn right.
So we're not going to be moving nearly as fast as we were. Alright, we're going to head out of Amman. But yeah, we have an hour and 28 minutes. But yeah, we'll get a high value bonus and a speed bonus, so that was why this job was more interesting to me. Because in addition, I mean, just because of the fact that they're paying better too per the kilometer, so much better option. But yeah, there's certainly a lot of work in this space, so what I might want to do is just take a lot of shorter jobs here and just kind of run around the area, although shorter is relative because I'd have to then be able to get back to Amman, so maybe it won't work as nicely as I thought, because even the shortest job was still 70 kilometers. It's not local. The 32-kilometer job had left. And so I guess we're heading back down out of Amman here. Alright, I'll put my cruise on. Again, there's no way I am taking these turns going down, going 90 kilometers an hour. I should probably move over to the right lane, since I am a truck after all. Now, we're moving along here, but yeah, this is the sharp turn, so I'm definitely going to slow down here, because there's no way this is going to work. Sorry, I gotta cross over the line a bit, sir. He is brave. He is trusting that I am not gonna come over there and knock him off the road, but I suppose that's deference to me that I know what I'm doing. Well, there's a police officer there, so they would have flagged me for speeding if I was crazy enough to be doing that, but yeah, I think the physical world would have flagged me for speeding by causing a crash. So, yeah, and it was PS.
Keep right.
So I don't know if
and then
that's
turn right.
Syria. I don't know if Ramallah is in Syria or not. I'm not great with the geography here. But it did say PS instead of HKJ, so I know we're not still in Jordan, but I think Jordan's a pretty small country, so that's not surprising either. Alright, so, but we are now headed back into Israel, but, you know, obviously we'll just be passing through, because it's not going to IL, which is Israel. Unless somehow PS is the symbol for the West Bank, which is obviously the contested area. Alright, we've got people waiting, so I'm going to head over this way. Thank goodness I didn't get flagged. It went down to 30, but I wasn't paying attention. I came in there at 45. That could have gotten ugly fast. Alright, that truck is just leaving, so the car won't start checking documents for a bit, so I should be able to get out ahead of him. So hopefully we'll be in good shape. Yeah, the arm finally came up, so hopefully he's not crazy enough to try to dive in front of me. We'll definitely be done within the hour, but I think we're just getting to the point of half an hour. I just don't know which way we go once we get to the road here, but it'll tell us. So that's the joy of GPS. So that's the nice thing, like we don't have to plan out things with maps and so forth. You know, maybe that's something people do want. I suppose if that's something people would rather see and have me take time to do, I could do something with that. Obviously then it'll just chew up more time with me trying to find a route and find my way somewhere.
Turn left.
Alright, so gotta stop, and then we can go. Now do they... Like, I don't know if they stop. I assume they don't, but I don't see anybody coming. So I should be alright.
Get ready to turn right.
Interesting.
Turn
So
right.
we're immediately going to turn right. This seems like we're going right where we came from, which was in Israel. Interesting. I'm really curious how this is all going to play out at this point.
Go straight on.
Because we're 45 kilometers away, so maybe this corner of Israel is right on the border with some country. Or somehow we've got the wrong distance. I didn't reset my trip meter. I apologize. So 41 kilometers from here, in case you want to follow along. And just kind of get an idea before we start seeing it on the map. So yeah, this definitely isn't short, but yeah, if I can take little 150 kilometer jobs here, I could easily get a couple done in each episode and at least have a couple different things to work. Alright, well, we're going to hit that point that says sea level soon, I would imagine. We're climbing though, because we went from negative 300 to negative 150. As we're heading toward Jerusalem, and then yeah, this is where it said sea level. You can see it over there on the left side. So, alright, well, we're going to Ramallah. There it is. But I don't see anything
Keep
that
right,
indicates any
and
kind
then
of
exit right.
a border crossing, so I'm confused with the PS moniker
Exit
that it
right.
had. Because this would seem to me that this is in Israel. But I guess we'll see if, woo.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, okay.
Turn right.
Thank you, I guess. Well, you're pretending you're letting me go, and then you're not. Are you going to do the same thing? I hope not, because then we're going to crash. Alright. Alright. So we're going to DB Schenker. So someone was nice enough in one of my earlier Euro truck videos in this series to explain to me that DB Schenker is a very large shipper, a German shipper, and that I should be able to see it, like, you know, that I might have seen it in my train simulators and things like that. Yeah, there's a mosque there, like, and that is not the Israeli flag. So I think, like, we're in Syria, maybe. We just didn't have a real border crossing, Nablus. So
Exit now.
whatever they're doing, like, we are delivering this excavator. Like, they're obviously working some construction here. Oh boy, are we gonna have to, like, almost turn right around? Oh no, I see what we're doing. We gotta go in here.
We are finished.
Alright, but we gotta go around the back of the building. It's a bit of a trick to get in there. I'm gonna stay way over here so I have room to swing. Hopefully there's nothing too badly stacked here. Oh boy, so I'm gonna have to, like, turn around. Do I have enough room here to do that? Maybe. I think I do. Seems like a pretty big yard, so would have been a lot easier if there was a gate there. Oh boy. Alright, I was going faster than I thought. Alright, nice ability to turn, and then this should turn into something pretty straightforward if I go far enough and just let myself back up. So there we go. It lights a little bit in the way of my little drone view, or whatever we call this. So we'll see how this... Whoa, 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 that is Oh, I see. The wheels do turn on these trailers, so it moves a lot faster than I would have expected. So we'll slowly take this back and then straighten this out. And I should be pretty good shape, I would think. Just gotta be careful on how I'm backing this up. Alright, so we've got this delivered. Now, we cost ourselves 140 euros in penalties, so to get the job, so we almost did it for free. I wanted the urgent delivery. I mean, I only got 30 XP and for the high value what I was pressing for. I mean, I got more than I got for the urgent delivery, so it still seems like it was a decent thing to press for. Alright, we did have a profit in 7 days of 10,000 before we took this job, I had noticed. So we lost 1,000. Just things have obviously timed out on us. So we got 5 hours and 13 minutes. If I take a local job, I won't have to sleep, which is good because I tend to forget to do that at the start of episodes. But we're in pretty good shape. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you haven't already, click the like button. I'd appreciate it if you would do that. It just helps with the YouTube algorithm and get it in front of more people. And if you've not become a subscriber yet, please consider that. I will see you next time.